Blue Lock fans, we actually freaking won. I don't even know how to begin describing what I've just seen, but Studio 8-Bit, you have rocked my freaking world with this finale. What's that one saying? It's not about how you start, but how you finish, and good lord, they went above and beyond with this ending. Blue Lock's second season has had some really sick highs, but at the same time, some laughably bad lows. But with this final episode, the studio decided to lock the fuck in and create a goddamn masterpiece. They whipped out the Sakuna vs Maharaga art style for this finale, and from the visuals to the voice acting to the sound design, everything was top freaking notch and was a look into Blue Lock at its best. I know this season ain't up to par animation wise, but as I said in my last video, if the big moments are done well, getting the justice it deserves visually, this season would go up by levels for me, and that's exactly what they did. Every goal besides 1 or 2 has been incredible stuff, and this final goal with Isagi had me jumping out of my chair in shock. I expected them to cook with it after seeing what they did with Shido, but this was just otherworldly stuff, man. Everything about this hour-long finale was peak, but before we get into that, Baro motherfucking Shohei. He saw Shido being this ultimate super sub and said, "Hold my crown." Isagi was cooking everyone on the U20 team, even getting one up on that demon Saitoshi as well, laying it off for Rin to tap it in, but guess who comes flying into the frame? They had not one, but 2 defenders grabbing onto him for dear life, but they still couldn't stop him, and Baro jumps to devour Isagi, before getting his goal. Classic Baro masterpiece right here, taking advantage of chaos and getting the most outrageous goal. There's no one in Blue Lock who strikes the ball better than this motherfucker, and these frames here was wild. He was waiting patiently for the right moment to jump in, looking like a predator who's found his prey, and when nobody expected it, bang, goal. If you didn't get it yet, Baro is simply that guy, and this goal is just proof of that. Isagi, Rin, Sai, heck, even the goalie, all aiming for that ball, but Baro simply wanted it more. Insane goal, and easily one of my favorite moments in this arc. The one thing about this match is that it's not just the goals that are hype, it's the celebrations as well, and Baro did the CR7 right here with the shirtless celebration. Goated moment for a goated character. I don't know what they were doing with the credits show, but ignoring that, they cooked with this episode. The voice actor needs a raise after this scene, cause bro turned into a literal crackhead for this goal. But talking about crackheads, Rin's flow state was so batshit crazy, it legit broke the show. In the final minutes of the game, it seemed like every character on the field leveled up by like 10 times. Rayo unlocked the Nagi DLC, reenacting Nagi's goal in his own box to clear the ball. Bachira was looking like Ronaldinho out there, dribbling past the goalie. I swear, somebody's gotta check his passport, cause this dude is 100% Brazilian. And even Sendo, who's been trash all game, did something crazy with that goal line clearance. And overall, the intensity of everyone's game was at an all-time high. The most intense by far was of course Rin, and all hell broke loose once he entered flow. He had his tongue out looking like a rabid animal, and I won't lie, this transformation scared the life out of me. When he started tweaking out like something straight out of a horror movie, I got the creeps, man. He was a different beast at this point, but this new destroyer playstyle he had was so tough. Bringing out a player's biggest strength and effortlessly cooking them was the most dramatic ability in the series, but damn was it fire. This new disgusting, nasty, freaky, whatever you want to call it, flow state also contrasts Sai's pretty style of football, which I thought was cool. Who said Blue Lock has no writing? Rin was out here frying everyone. That Darai dude tried charging in, but Rin slides past him, and once that muscle head pushed up, who's bear in mind double Rin's size, he uses his own body weight and center of gravity against him to flip bro on his head. And it's not even just the NPCs that were getting cooked. Aiku as well, who's in flow state at the moment, had his system glitching out the moment he saw Rin. This playstyle was mental, and after dribbling past the whole team, scaring the life out of motherfuckers trying to defend him, he ends up bricking the final shot. But at this point, everything goes to shit, and when you see the movie bars on the screen, you know some insane animation is about to be shown. Studio 8-Bit decided to get into their mapper bag from here, and these last 2 minutes was absolute cinema. The best stretch of the Blue Lock anime, and it isn't even remotely close. Rin's little self-realization, I am an egoist moment was so tough. Him and Sai had a beautiful conclusion in this game with that new art style going back and forth in the most fluid cut of movement, and this motherfucker Sai really tried to do that damn nutmeg on Rin at crunch time, which gets completely blocked. Rin's already seen that move like 100 times, buddy, plus we're in flow state now, so that was bound to fail. But with 100% faith in Rin, my GOAT Isagi comes rushing in to collect the rebound. The ball legit flies over this tall-ass dude Aiku and falls perfectly into the path of Isagi, who volleys it into the top bins. I don't think I've ever celebrated a goal in this series more in my life. I already seen this moment before in the manga, but this scene with the near perfect visuals was on a whole nother tier of hype. I didn't think they would surpass any of the manga, but this moment got it. Isagi taking advantage of luck, just like when Rin did it to him before, to score in the most emphatic, clutch way possible was pure cinema. Beautiful goal visually, and the cinematography for it was insane. I rewatched this a couple times, and the ball hit the top bins and smashed the fucking camera as well. The very undetailed yet polished animation with no OST as well. This is Blue Lock at its absolute best, and it is such a joy to watch. Isagi's celebration, him and Bachira's little moment, Ego Jinpachi feeling it too, everything was so peak, and it doesn't even end there. After scoring the buzzer beater, the entire crowd starts chanting bro's name, and in front of the entire world, he drops an absolute bomb. We will, no, that's not right. I will lead Japan to the Under 20 World Cup. Are you mad? This is a true protagonist right here, and Isagi taking responsibility and thriving over everyone is honestly the coolest thing in Blue Lock. It's so entertaining seeing Isagi start out as a bum compared to his peers to then taking the throne as the best player on the field. He's done it before, he did it again now, and he'll do it again in the future, and that's one of the biggest reasons I fuck with him as a main character. Rin may have the captain's armband in the game, but we all know who's leading the charge for Japan, and Saitoshi himself co-signed it for Isagi. The way he did it as well was crazy. Rin really thought he'd have a wholesome moment with Big Bro, but Sai ends up beating a man when he's down. At this point, you gotta feel sorry for him. His biggest rival getting all the praise and admiration from his brother whilst he ain't even looking at you is crazy work. But wow, what a goddamn masterful final 2 minutes that was. You can tell they put some serious time and effort into this goal, and it makes you wonder how insane this arc would have been if the whole thing looked like this. If I remember correctly, the manga is over 120 chapters past this point, and this is still my favorite moment in the series. The one thing Studio 8-bit stayed consistent with is the voice acting and sound design for this season, and for this finale they popped the fuck off, man. The silent movement of Isagi crashing the box and then the loud ass kick of him hitting the ball like a rocket was so freaking clean. The Shido and Baro goals were incredible in its own way because of how well they managed to capture the chaos of the moment, but this was all around perfect. Movement, camera work, directing, all of it was top tier, and they really saved the day with this one. If they somehow managed to screw this part up, I would have fell to my damn knees, dude, but thank god they cooked with it. After a Saitoshi masterclass, Nagi turning into prime Bergkamp, Shido scoring from 40 freaking yards out, the game finally ends here with Isagi's goal and the Blue Lock 11 winning. From a story point of view, this arc is one of the most hype stretches of an anime I've ever seen, and it's most definitely one of the best arcs in sports anime. The constant drama with something happening at every moment is so damn entertaining to watch, and the intensity gradually going up as the match continued was so cool to me. Them 2 episodes at the end legit felt like 2 minutes, that's how fast paced everything was, and for a match like this, the quick time event suits the story so well. Rin and Sai's dynamic, which reached boiling point towards the end, was funny as hell. These are teenagers playing a U20 football game, but they are legit trying to kill each other. Blue Lock is indeed that serious, and the fact that it gets even wilder in the next arc is pretty impressive from the author. The Neo Egoist League, which is the next arc in the story, is far more intense than what's shown here, and these 2 motherfuckers we see at the end are demons, so watch out for them. I can safely say at this point, I enjoyed the U20 game. Could it have been better? Yes. Was it still good? Also yes. The 3rd selection arc was terrible all around, but to be fair to them, they managed to fix it up for the U20s, even if it was slightly. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.